5 years ago, it was the Feast of the Annunciation, of all things, that I first met Deacon Nicholas Kostyk, who had been recommended to be an associate pastor here at Our Lady of Perpetual Help. I liked him immediately when I found out he was a graduate of my high school, St. Lawrence, on the south side. But I remember being just so impressed with him. This intellectual vigor, this passion for the priesthood, seemed to me that this was going to be a great match, Deacon Nicholas and OLPH, and indeed it has been. One of the great privileges of being a parish that has mentored many newly ordained priests is to just watch them flourish as a priest, to see them grow in self-confidence, to be able to leave their stamp or their legacy on the faith community. And as we mark the conclusion of Father Nick's ministry here on June 30th, we are a better parish because of Father Nick Kostyk. And he has immersed himself into the life of this parish and has influenced so many of the vital ministries of this parish. You know, one of the great skills of a priest is the ability to adapt. You know, for the priests that can't adapt, their ministry is going to be very limited. And it takes a lot of energy to adapt to the culture of a parish. Every parish has its own culture. Adapting to the church in this time of extraordinary change. Adapting one's skill set to be able to meet the needs of the community that I've been invited to serve. You know, and this past 5 years has required a lot of adapting. You know, we just take what it's been like adapting since March 13th when we closed down. You know, some people just can't adapt. And Nick has been so helpful in the ways that he has helped us in liturgy and in the study of Scripture and in the RCIA and his other ministries to not lose the treasure of the past, but be able to translate it to the present and to the future. Father Nick has been a delight to live with. You know, rectories are kind of a roll of the dice. We don't pick who we live with. And it's just been tremendous living with him for the past 5 years. You know, it's really something when you can say, you know, after 5 years you get to know a person. And to think in 5 years there's never been a harsh word or a drop-dead argument or anything like that. We've just been able to support one another, encourage one another. Every priest has his own gifts and talents, and we know the intellectual vigor that Nick brings to his ministry, the passion he has for the Eucharist. You can just see it in the way he presides. He's teaching us by the holiness in which he approaches the sacred sacrifice of the Holy Mass, how fitting it is that as his term concludes, we could celebrate this feast of Corpus Christi because it reflects his deep love of the Eucharist. In the coming months, Father Nick is going to be exploring the possibility of service to the Ukrainian Catholic Church. He was baptized in the Ukrainian Catholic Church. The Ukrainian roots are deep for Father Nick, and he'll be spending some months in Ukraine, better understanding the culture and language of Ukrainian people and of the church. And at some point, he'll be discerning as to whether or not he will seek a more permanent relationship with the Ukrainian Catholic Church. We wish Nick all the best. In a few weeks, we're going to be getting new guidelines for outdoor masses, which will allow a much larger group of people to participate. And I'm hoping that around the middle of July, we can have an outdoor mass and have an opportunity for any of you who would like to personally give your best wishes to Nick to have that opportunity to do that. This is a time of enormous gratitude for us for the influence Father Nick has had on Our Lady Perpetual Help. He is a very gifted priest, and he has a great future, whether it's in the Ukrainian Catholic Church or the Latin Rite Church. He loves the church. He loves the priesthood. And that grace will sustain him in the months and years ahead. Congratulations, Father Nick. Thank you for all that you have done for us.